Welcome to Physics Spark. Now here we are discuss another important topic for graduation as well as it is somehow beneficial for plus 2 students also, but this is mainly for the graduation students, that is binding energy curve, and it is continuous to our previous lecture which was on binding energy. Hello everyone, myself Dr. Meenakshi. You can find me at physicsbasic2020@gmail.com. Please feel free to contact me. Now in our last lecture, we have discussed about the binding energy, but before this, if you like the video, please share it and subscribe my channel. The binding energy is the minimum energy which is required to separate the nucleus of an atom into its constituent particles. Means बाइंडिंग एनर्जी क्या है, न्यूक्लियस क्या होता है हमारे पास जिसमें न्यूट्रॉन और प्रोटॉन्स होते हैं, तो वो दोनों क्या होते हैं आपस में बाउंड होते हैं. वो एनर्जी जो हमें उसको सेपरेट करने के लिए चाहिए होती है, दैट इज डिफाइंड एज बाइंडिंग एनर्जी. दैट इज न्यूक्लियस, इट इज बाउंडेड एंड दिस इज द बाइंडिंग एनर्जी. मीन्स दिस टाइटन न्यूक्लियस को जब हमें ब्रेक करना होता है सेपरेट न्यूक्लियस में, तो जिस एनर्जी से ये बाउंड होते हैं, अगर हम उतनी या उससे ज्यादा एनर्जी देंगे तभी ये ब्रेक होंगे. तो वो एनर्जी जो बाउंड न्यूक्लियस को ब्रेक करने में यूज होती है, सेपरेट करने में यूज होती है, दैट इज नोन एज बाइंडिंग एनर्जी. एंड द बाइंडिंग एनर्जी पर न्यूक्लियन is the average energy per nucleon needed to separate a nucleus into its individual nucleons, means individual proton and neutron. It is the average energy we have to spend to remove a nucleon from the nucleus to infinite distance. Why infinite distance? Because we know that nucleus is bounded by proton and neutron and electron also. Positive and negative charge, they will attract each other, but we have to supply such a amount of energy so that they are separated by a infinite distance so that they cannot be combined, ताकि वो एक दूसरे के साथ दोबारा से फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन जो है उनके बीच में वो है वो रिड्यूस हो जाए. हमें इस डिस्टेंस तक उन्हें एनर्जी प्रोवाइड करनी है सो दैट कि जो फोर्स ऑफ अट्रैक्शन है वो रिड्यूस हो जाए. नाउ इट इज गिवन बाय द टोटल बाइंडिंग एनर्जी डिवाइडेड बाय द मास नंबर ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. दिस इज द फॉर्मूला EBN, that is binding energy per nucleon. It is given by EB, binding energy, divided by mass number. That is where EB is the binding energy of the nucleus and A is the mass number of the nucleus. This is again. Now, this is the binding energy curve. This is the most important. Here we have average binding energy per nucleon along the y-axis and number of nucleons in nucleus, that is mass number, along the x-axis. Now we will discuss this curve. The variation of average binding energy per nucleon with mass number is known as binding energy curve. Here is the definition, you can say, of binding energy curve, that is variation of average binding energy per nucleon with mass number. Now we will discuss its main features, and that is, you can say, the most important question which is asked in the examination, that explain binding energy curve and its main features. Now first one is average binding energy per nucleon for light nuclei. These are the light nuclei, that is H1, H2, H3, helium, H3. Here you can say that my binding energy per nucleon is very small. Further, for mass number from 2 to 20, you can say here it is from 0 to around 2. From this 2 to 20, sharp defined peaks corresponding to these peaks, corresponding to helium, corresponding to carbon, and corresponding to oxygen. We have these three sharp peaks exist between mass number 0 to 20. These peaks indicates the more stability of these nuclei than their neighborhood nuclei. We have so much nuclei around this, because when we see the periodic table, then hydrogen, helium, nitrogen, oxygen, but beryllium, lithium, but these sharp peaks that says that these three nuclei are more stable than their neighborhood nuclei. And the next important point is binding energy curve has a broad maximum in the range from 30 to 120. Like this, you can say here corresponding to this one, 30 to 120. Here this is a broad peak. This is the main portion of binding energy curve, because from this portion we can find the stability of the nucleus, we can find the fission reactions, we can find the fusion reactions. वो हम आगे डिस्कस करेंगे. तो बाइंडिंग एनर्जी कर्व हैज मैक्सिमम रेंज 8 to 120, having average binding energy 8.5 MeV. You can say like this is corresponding to, when we find it at along y-axis shows the binding energy per nucleon, then its value is 8.5 MeV. The maximum binding energy per nucleon is around 8.75 MeV for mass number 56, that is for iron. You can say iron is the most stable nuclei. And as mass number increases, you can say this is, as mass number increases, binding energy decreases along 7.6 and it comes to decreases for uranium-235. That means heavy nuclei are less stable. So these are the main features of binding energy curve. First is maximum binding energy per nucleon is around 8.75 MeV for mass number 56, that belongs to iron. Second is minimum binding energy per nucleon is around 7.6 for mass number A is equal to 238, that is uranium. And for between A is equal to 30 to 170, binding energy is nearly constant. So that means, that reveals that whenever we have a more binding energy, that means the nuclei are more stable. Minimum binding energy means nuclei is less stable. Clear? So binding energy curve reveals the stability. Now this is the most important aspect of binding energy curve, that is we can find fission and fusion reaction. The center one, that is the region of stable nuclei, I have already discussed, that is region of very stable nuclei, that corresponds to iron 56. Now from iron 56 the binding energy decreases. Iron 56 is the isotope which separates fusion reactions on the left hand side and fission reactions on the right hand side. That means the reactions on the nuclei which are along the left side from iron, they follow fusion reactions, and right side follow fission reactions. This is the short description. Fission is the splitting of a heavy unstable nuclei into lighter nuclei. Fission means, because here we have a more heavy nucleus, and heavy nucleus breaks up into lighter nuclei, and in fusion we have a very small nuclei, and small nuclei form together, join together. फ्यूजन में क्या होता है कि जो स्मॉल न्यूक्लियाई होते हैं वो दोनों एक दूसरे के साथ अटैच होते हैं और एक बड़ा न्यूक्लियाई बनाते हैं, दैट इज फ्यूज होना. और फिजन में क्या होता है कि जो हैवी न्यूक्लियाई होते हैं जिसमें बहुत सारा जो अनस्टेबल होते हैं वो ब्रेकअप हो जाता है दो या दो से ज्यादा में. क्लियर? दोनों ही केसेस में जो है बहुत वास्ट अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी रिलीज होती है. नाउ फ्रॉम द कर्व ऑफ बाइंडिंग एनर्जी, हैवीएस्ट न्यूक्लियाई आर लेस स्टेबल. वी स्टडी की जो हैवीएस्ट न्यूक्लियाई वो बहुत ज्यादा लेस स्टेबल होते हैं. दिस सजेस्ट दैट एनर्जी कैन बी रिलीज. तो एनर्जी कब रिलीज होगी? जब हैवी न्यूक्लियाई स्प्लिट होगा दो स्मॉलर न्यूक्लियाई में. क्लियर? एंड दिस प्रोसेस इज कॉल्ड फिजन. और फिजन प्रोसेस हम यूज करते हैं पावर एटॉमिक बॉम्ब्स में और न्यूक्लियर पावर रिएक्टर्स में. एंड द लाइटेस्ट एलिमेंट्स लाइक हाइड्रोजन और हीलियम आर लेस स्टेबल. सो जब ये लेस स्टेबल है तो क्या होंगे? ये कंबाइंड होंगे, फ्यूज होंगे एक दूसरे के साथ, और फ्यूज होके ये क्या बनाएंगे? एक हेवियर न्यूक्लियस बनाएंगे जो मोर स्टेबल होगा rather than these. So this process is called fusion, and it is the process that powers hydrogen bomb and fusion energy reactors. Now big concept I have discussed about the stability. Binding energy of a nucleon is directly proportional to the stability of the nucleus. For stable nuclei, number of protons and number of neutrons should be even. That is, if we have a like suppose you can say carbon. Carbon is 6 and 18. 6 and 12. Here number of proton is 6. Number of neutron is also 6. But when we talk about the nitrogen, nitrogen is N7. Let it be like this. Now nitrogen is 7, 14. Here number of proton is 7 and number of neutron is also 7. So nitrogen is less stable than carbon. We studied also carbon, that is 6 and 12. Here number of proton is, that is 6 and number of neutron is also 6. So carbon is more stable as compared to nitrogen. Next is, higher is the binding energy, more stable is the nucleus. Thanks for watching this video.